Hello everyone, hello beautiful souls, so welcome back to my YouTube wisdom blog. I think I should recall it and say it's a walking wisdom with Julia. I wanted to share with you some great insights that I got yesterday. My friends had invited me to the ranch. We had amazing friends gathering, barbecue, and it's always great. I met so many new people, and I met a very interesting person. He's a very successful man, works for a very successful company, very high profile. We started talking about, relationships and certain things that probably a lot of people try to avoid, especially in the early stages of dating. Conversations, all of those topics about financial views. So he gave me his top 6 3 points, top 6 points, 3 points he got from Simon Sinek from the interview with on the podcast Diary of CEO, and I absolutely agree. Don't quote me on that, I really don't remember what was it. I think one of those, was the vision. Obviously, whether or not we see the world and reality somehow similar. The emotional safety, obviously, the comfort, right? The physical safety, values, shared beliefs, and things like that. I think those are highly important, especially in the very early ages. Lifestyle, he brought it up, lifestyle. I totally agree with that, because for a long time, I was like, oh, I can just date a person who's not so much into fitness, because I can be into the fitness person. But it really doesn't work like this, because it, just gets a bit complicated when, let's say, you dedicate time for the gym, and now your partner actually doesn't want to go, or he doesn't go to the gym and he wants to go, for example, to have a lunch somewhere else, but you already prioritize your health. But anyway, this conversation is actually not about that, but mostly about what he said about emotional safety. And we all kind of understand what emotional safety is. And I asked him, well, what is emotional safety for you? Because in my conversations with people, my clients, I always try to get on the same page with the meanings that they have for specific terms. And he brought me an example. And I never view this from this perspective. I'm Eastern European, I'm from Belarus. So I do have a little bit of very assertive, sometimes, way of communication. I'm also immigrant. I came here in the United States when I was 19 years old, 20. So I had to develop very fast pattern of thinking, develop certain skills that allow me to kind of see things through, and in a way be right about that, right? So he said that his previous partner, when he, and that's what he said, we humans, we make mistakes. And I'm like, well, so how does that relate to emotional safety? And he said a very interesting thing. And I think a lot of you, and especially women, if you're watching this video, can reflect on it. Because to me, it wasn't so obvious, honestly, because no man brought this to my attention before. Anyway, so he said that whenever he, with his ex-partner, used to say something, quote-unquote stupid or illogical, or something that she maybe just simply didn't like, she was always going on like this, oh my God, really? Again? So, why are you saying this? It hurt my feelings. What did you say even this? What the hell is that? And at first, I reacted as oh, she's a total B. But then I'm like, well, wait a second. I used to react like this. I know myself, like when my ex-partner was doing certain things and I had no patience to, I don't want to say stupidity, but to like some illogical or irrational thinking, I would also say something along those lines. Maybe not in the same voice tone, maybe a little bit more polite, but the message was the same. Like, you are just not smart enough. And he said it. He's like, I always felt like I was going, around her like I was walking on eggshells. I felt that anything I do is just not enough. That any good thing I do really doesn't count after I, say something like this. And we're all humans, and, he's like, I may not be aware of what I said in that, like, point, but with her, he goes, I really felt stupid. And it brought me back to my ex-partner, and I'm like, oh my God, I can see that. So I think my insight and whatever, I'm taking from this, and I also recommend you do the same. Whenever you watch any video, YouTube video, you read the book, just stop and reflect. What are you taking from this point? Maybe someone who's like, oh my God, I totally know this person. This is my friend. She does this in her relationships, and that's why XYZ, right? So maybe you also can help someone. Send this video like, hey, I think this would be helpful for you, because it's totally not the greatest feeling for a man to feel that he's always not on point, that he's like just stupid. And obviously you can bring it up to his attention, but differently, right? Like the different communication will lead to different results. So for me, I was like, I totally get it. And what I'm taking to my life, and I reflect on, things like that. Do the same. Write down the comment under this video saying, I'm taking this into my life, or I want to use and utilize this for my own relationship, whether romantic or it's a friendship, right? Because we always, like, when we know a person so well, sometimes we don't have patience, sometimes we think that we're smarter, right? Instead of just being really safe space and letting people make their mistakes. And if that somehow triggers or hurt us, we can totally say it in a very nice way, saying, hey, maybe, do you want to talk about it just a little bit? Because what you said right now, I think we can discuss it. How do you think, right? Always come out from the perspective of what do you feel about it? How do you think? Because at that point, a person may not even understand why are you being so pissed off or stressed about, right? So I'm taking this into my life for sure, that even if I feel or whatever someone else says something that I will consider not super smart, or maybe he didn't think fast enough, I would always just stop, breathe, and try to bring this person's attention to this matter in a way where he won't feel less than, right? Because I truly believe we are responsible for how we make people, feel. And when people say, oh, this is not my responsibility for how you feel, oh, sure it is. Oh, sure. And this is your responsibility to have good communication skills, right? So I think that's a very important topic, especially, in dating, especially in early ages, just to not make or jump into the conclusion that the person is stupid. Give them space to acknowledge that, rethink it in a very calm environment, so it's not going to be triggered all the time, and just have very light and polite communication about it. This is what I had from yesterday meeting. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, leave some comments down below. What are you taking from this video? And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much, and have a good day.